never felt like down. I never felt like down. Baby, stay with me. Down. You gotta turn up down. I never felt like down. I never felt like down. Baby, stay with me. Down. You gotta turn up down. I never felt like down. I never felt like down. Baby, stay with me. Down. You gotta turn up down. I never felt like down. I never felt like down. Baby, stay with me. Down. You gotta turn up
Hello friends, welcome everyone. Had some time this evening, so we're gonna get through the next scenario of Dragon Quest here. That's what we'll be doing today. I need to add a different button here. Let's see. There we go. I realize I'm already on screen. Okay. I'm also gonna move myself over a little bit here. There I am. That's good. No, because the reminders of the stories are really, really damn long. So let's see, I took care of this island since last time. This one didn't have a dungeon or anything, it was just I could just pop into it and we can look. I'm pretty sure it's one that like opens up more over time, if I'm recalling correctly. It's literally just this town here of everyone frozen in. I was reading that up in here, right? So the statues, well, they're already cleaned up. In the original, I was reading how the old man who was still alive here doesn't talk to you at first, and you come back to it. When I wandered into here, he was already very reasonable and working with us so regarding the situation of the place. So yeah, there's a number of things like that I've read about so far with differences. Looking at my MP, I guess I should head back just pop home real quick. I thought it was select. Maybe I can't zoom out of here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there we go. That's all. Head on over to Pilchard Bay. Rivals of Aether 2 is on sale. So today we're gonna take care of the Faraday scenario, which was already the next scenario. Make sure he doesn't get into trouble. With Ruff, absolutely, he'll be fine. I'm looking over now because something was up with my stuff last time. The eyes weren't properly tracking, the lips weren't moving. I think things are fine now. I don't know what that was about. Though there are like 2 separate like calibration things you're supposed to be checking too, I found out. So anyway, yeah, this is the right region. It's just the town is called Faraday. I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, saving that then. Which wasn't too far off from when we started. I was looking around a little bit, but yeah, now I can actually go into town now. Pick up from here.
Right.
One thing's not to act too rashly, is that clear? We must proceed with utmost caution. Very good, sir. But over here, wayfarers on travel, I take it, yes. Now, in better times, we should have given you a rip-roaring welcome, but I can offer you now is some blunt advice. Leave this place and don't look back. Our kingdom is assailed today and night by an army of mechanical curs known as automata. Right, I was reading about mechs and I'm like, that sounds cool. We should save that one for streaming. You were too young to lose your lives in some corner of foreign field, so be gone and think yourselves lucky to be out of it. Frostburn. Is Faraday just a different localization of it? Oh, alright.
Huh?
Skilleminx? Skillamalinks. Skulking around here. Ryan Mechanical Marauders. Well, what about shopping? Can we at least show up and do some shopping? Looks pretty expensive. Not entirely worth it either. Well, that would be worth it for Kiefer. Let me check our weapons. On a whatchamacallums. No, okay. Let's go ahead and get that armor then. Yes. Nice. Oh, here's one. Robotic soldiers clearly seen better days. Seems really out of commission. Just saw its arm twitch. Dog. Oddly, no marker on the compass at all. Like a few here, they're just, okay, maybe more than a few are around here. Oh, what do you got down here? See, I'm like hesitant to start talking to everyone.
Huh?
Metal Fiend. Because the game normally does, this version of the game doesn't want you to do that.
Oh,
Well, I guess I'm saying that like it's a punishment. They don't like do anything if you don't or do.
oh,
Yes. Faraday Castle, okay. I didn't put anything on the map, but... Well, maybe because if I walk out, there'll be a scene. Maybe I was expected to take the dude's literal advice and walk out. The Crimson Chin. Okay, so I was right. They literally wanted you to walk out. Welcome, Doubles. Automaton, come on, let's put it out of commission. Here, while you're here, Doubles, how do I do this? Can I do it from this chat? Mark as mod. Does that make you a mod? Did that mod you? A lot of this, hope you've been enjoying it. I have, yeah. Flying wisely, ultra speed. I don't know if I've said it before, but Lyle was who put me on to Dragon Quest, and Lyle pitched Dragon Quest as having a functional auto attack. And you know what? He was right. I don't see it.
I say, are you all right?
Like, which one of these 30 stream programs will let me mod you?
It seems you intervened in the nick of time. But how did this mechanical wretch manage to rouse itself? It was most assuredly defunct.
Got it.
It most assuredly was not.
Okay.
I mean...
Oops.
You are
Damn
quite correct, of course. On behalf of this kingdom's armed forces, I would like to commend you on your more than creditable efforts. Besting an automaton is no mean feat. You clearly know one end of a sword from the other. In light of which, I have a proposal for you. Much as it pains me to say it, our kingdom cannot hope to hold off the automaton hordes on its own. Thus, we have swallowed our pride and decided to seek the aid of mercenaries who wish to ply their trade here. So tell me, would you consider joining us?
Sure, why not?
Splendid! Now, the first order of business is to introduce the king to his newest recruits. You'll find Faraday Castle to the southwest. My men and I will head there now. When you've combed your hair and arranged yourselves, kindly make your way to the throne room. Oh, hold on a tick. I have neglected to introduce myself. My name is Thaddeus Goodwinding, and I command the king's
Hell of a
troops.
name.
The battle that lies before us promises to be a brutal and protracted one. But I trust I can rely on your stalwart support.
The good thing about the game sparing voice acting is that European voice actors, while significantly better, they really read their lines out and read them very slowly. But that's okay because it's not not like every cutscene in the game is voiced by any stretch. We will solo mid. I was gonna say, would it have been optional for me to have... Could I have just gone straight to the castle from here, which I assume would have been something you could do in the original? And nothing would have stopped me from going around here. Once you step foot in there, you can't get out of all that cutscenes. What a very original chat message. Fuck out of here. Anyway. I'm playing Nines. I never finished it, but I used the DS graphics, right? What I was playing of 7 on 3DS, it really wasn't that bad. And then I like some of like the animation assets. Well, the idea of reference animations, like the way the characters run is the same way they run in 3DS, which I think is cool. And to have just like retained that here.
Stand a chance.
But at this point, I'd really just be waiting on like any of them to get like. It sounds like Yuji Horii wants to remaster or remake all of them at this point. So at this point, it's just going with the weight.
Right, here I come. Flee!
But yeah, I had seen this scenario had something to do with mechs, and I'm like, all right, I'm in. We'll save that for streaming. So there's an angel. I like when they mix it up. It was pointed out in the reveal trailer for 7 from Omnio that they showed Kiefer had Giga Slash, and Giga Slash wasn't in the original. And you would still also consider the kid you play as the hero. As far as I recall, I go with Omnio's memory there. Though I don't know which one he's played, if he's played PS1 or 3DS.
Phew.
I do have to say, like, I thought about it more about how you can just let the game play itself, and how this is still like one of the easier games. I don't doubt in like anything new post-game content they do the same thing they did with 1, 2, and 3 HD, where with the mechanical changes of the game, aw man, there are new challenges that are like post-game rewards that are actually still challenging. But at the same time, this does have a consequence of keeping me disengaged. Though part of the problem is just that, and one of the reasons they encourage in Dragon Quest is because you get so many abilities. Every character gets so many abilities, and they all have many unique and niche use cases. So it's always encouraged to just do auto, because it'll handle it list. Use the auto battle yet. Yeah, it's Dragon Quest pioneered it. I don't think it was the first to invent it, but it literally pioneered it.
Oh, cheers.
So it's been like the go-to in dressing it. When I played through 11 and anything prior to this one, it has been just auto battle through dungeons, and then when you get to the boss, actually take control. Boom. Right, they did change how equipment works in this one, where everyone doesn't have separate inventories. So she would need to keep that staff equipped, as far as I'm understanding. Because he has no individual inventories anymore. I think Maribel went down, she got back up. I don't know how she got back up. Anyway, this is a good example of when party members go down, they now get revived right on the spot. There is a mod that returns it so that when a party member dies, they stay dead outside of battle. Unfortunately, in turn of the game inherently recovering you after death, you cannot revive party members at churches anymore. So because you can't revive party members at churches anymore, if you use that mod, you have no way of reviving a party member without using an item. Or a magic, if you don't have Zing yet. Which is really funny, just overstepping the mark in difficulty there. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, so that's... Well, actually, do I? Well, no, because she has the shield for now. During battle when it happens as well? Huh. You just still leave so far. Yeah, that's a... And I think there were more recovery items in the original, but they toned it down because of you can't go down anymore. So they really, like, adjusted it for that situation. God damn, this game's beautiful.
They didn't stand a chance.
I've said it before, but it's so refreshing just with this game's visuals and the art direction it took from the other Dragon Quests. Feels like more Toriyama's more creative stuff I've seen in a bit. It's just so chiseled, yeah. Faraday Castle, okay. Okay. Must be new recruits are hearing so much about. The king and the captain are both waiting for you at the throne room. News come rates. It's a pleasure to let you pass. Sadie's scared of him. I don't know if I blame her. It was kind of scary to me at first. That's a Roomba. That's that, oh, I don't know. Teletubbies or something.
Oh!
As we are travelers that Captain Goodwinding has recruited, welcome aboard. Time was we wouldn't have dreamed of pressing every passing wayfarer into service, but desperate times call for desperate measures. My duty as a king is to defend our great nation by any means necessary. If it means relying on the goodwill of strangers, then so be it. Not that there's any need for us to remain strangers, may I ask your names? My name is Yes. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I have absolute faith that you will do your kingdom proud. And then, how do you things stand? The struggle against the automaton horde shows no signs of abating, alas. I rather fear that neither the troops nor townspeople will avail much longer. Things are worse than I feared. It is a steep hill to climb. If we stand a chance, we will need to make radical new strategy and make it fast. My May Father, would you not agree that this might be an opportune moment to consult with Automatus? He is, after all, an expert in things mechanical and automated. He's bound to have insights. Speak now, your highness, I fear we have nothing to gain from speaking so immeasurably obstinate and individual. Autonomous harbors a grudge truly epic proportions against all mankind. You will offer us no assistance, I assure you. He's rather withdrawn and aloof ever since that incident, but since I sense our kingdom is urgent, I need him. Do this for me, speak to him, speak to your brother, ask for his aid. Oh boy. Do not badger the captain, darling. Consulting with him may be fruitful, but surely other avenues you can explore. So by giving these mercenaries their orders, Captain. Once you've done that, you should rest, you exhausted man. Yes, your majesty. Now listen up, you lot. Assigning you to lookout duty, commencing immediately, or to proceed directly to the roof and relieve this guard station at the top of the tower. Now get to it. Oh, that sounds boring. I don't want to do that. New coded. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of, yeah. That's not the roof. Granted. Okay, over here. Roof. And this is the other thing, like I'm not gonna... Getting castles of pain, who's designing these things? The party chat, to my understanding, is also really just used to tell you exactly where to go every single time. Look how things. Okay. Nothing happens. Oh, right, because he has peep, technically, I think. That's what I would have used it for.
Huh?
What the devil? Foom. The poor fellow.
Now.
The officers mess without delay. Follow me, soldiers. Golly, how devilishly manly, but I suppose this means something awful must have happened. Delightfully manly, Seymour.
What?
Calm down, soldier. Tell me what happened. You say Frobisher has fallen? Yes, sir. We lost a lot of men. Snap out of it. Stiff upper lip and all that. Yes, sir. We are unable to hold back their advance. After the town fell, the automata withdrew to their base, but I fear they are gathering their troops to march on the castle. At ease, rest now. You did well to make it so gravely injured. That's how now have humbugged us. So like the troops, we must put the entire castle on a war footing. Yes, sir. I wonder what, like, internally this dialect refers to as. You'll come with me, and we are headed to west where Automatus resides in his tinkerer's shed. Times against those without assistance stand no chance of survival. Quickly now. There's a movement to lose. Those clanking curs could be at our door before we know it. How long the game lets you sit at max job level before you finally get to All Trades Abbey. Right. Which would... I think that's the next place I'm gonna stream, but that is still like a ways away even from here, and we're already sitting at everyone besides Ruff is already at the max job level. So you're telling me they're all stuck at this until like it's all trades? Which is still like a ways off. Oh, we have a guest. I don't mind like cutting down on the grind per se, but I'd still like a grind. Then again, I was doing what I could in like the demo. That wasn't a whole lot, but and there's still so much game left. It doesn't like still would have been there. I think I would never come here again. I'll look around first. I am playing with a mod that gives the game ultra wide, and one side effect of it is shadows pop in and out a little differently than they do in the vanilla game. But the vanilla game also just kind of I hate Xenoblade 2. Ellie. Hello, Ellie. Hello, Mario.
Ah, Autonomous. You're, keeping well, I hope? Stand fast, soldiers. I'll handle this. I hope you'll forgive me for presuming to try and convince you one last time. But Frobisher has fallen, and the automata may well be marching on the castle as we speak. I have to ask you again. Could you possibly see your way to helping us defeat them?
You never did know when to give up, did you, Thaddeus? I told you before, I haven't the slightest intention of helping you, and nothing has changed. Not a sausage.
Not a sausage.
So it would be no skin off
Zounds.
your nose if the kingdom where you were born and raised were wiped from the map? Is that it?
Yes, I'd say that sums it up rather neatly. We humans must all die in the end, dear fellow. Just as well today as tomorrow.
Damn your stubborn hide, Autonomous! It's no good. The man cannot be reasoned with. We must return to the castle without delay. The automaton horde may already be at the gates. Ah,
Lead the way to castle. Quick, march. No, I want to talk to him. What are your thoughts, Ellie? Thanks, Ellie. Ellie, hope you don't mind I smash these pots. Hope you don't mind I take these too. Oh, he's got food in there. Huh. That's a I stutter. Well,
what?
yeah, what about him? Are they gonna kill him too? Alright, well, he got lucky. Infernal contraption just stopped.
Huh?
What's all the hullabaloo? Unfortunate creatures in rather bad shape, but all is not lost. In fact, I believe this presents us with something of an opportunity. Thaddeus, give me a hand, will you? You can't leave this poor girl sitting here. Wish me to help you move, but what exactly do you have in mind? To spell it out, I'm saying that I may be able to aid your cause. If I were to make some subtle adjustments in her mechanisms, I would be able to get it to fight against its erstwhile comrades. Well, certainly does. What can we help with? That break in a minute. These components are clearly not work of vulgar human hands. I would... Fuck off, dude. We need to find replacements of the broken parts. We managed to defeat at least one in the fight. And scrap. Okay. These with here, no alternative. Okay. While the ads are going on, I will probably step out and get a drink quick too. Which, Again, I've been told to run the ads so that when new viewers join, they are not bombarded with ads, pre-roll ads, and then immediately leave. It is to my understanding that it's easier to just give them something to stick around for. Which worked out yesterday as we had someone I really appreciated their company for Dragon Quest. I'm gonna do this one battle. Let's set it to normal and do that, and I will be right back. And just do random battles while the ads are going on.
Day's work.
Okay, ads are over. So these signs look like. I don't recall any. Well.
That's how it's done.
No, I don't recall which mechanical designs were in 11. Anyway, so yeah, I was just running around doing battles. Yeah, with pre-roll, you don't even let viewers like step their foot in the door to even see what like the content is, or even if it's worth sticking around for. That's basically it. Is why stick around for the ad if you don't know if you want to watch it or not. So I don't know. It seems sound to me, and just let it go. Doesn't hurt to have breaks anyway. Especially with all the JRPGs planned. Right now I've got I'm sitting at the last dungeon of Dragon Quest II. I could stream that. And then I have Trails in the Sky. I'm at part of that I want to stream. Excuse me. Ugh, hiccups. An appalling sight, though in truth, they never stood a chance. The townspeople should have evacuated the moment they approached. Every cloud has a silver lining, as they say. It keeps the kingdom's troops to at least half-decent fight, and then it looks like there's veritable trove of automaton parts to salvage. Let's see what we can retrieve. Okay, just tell me right where they are. It would be nice to find a nice, like, middle ground, but it does beg the question of what the developers of these turn-based games consider to be the difficulty. I think it's a conversation going on with Pokemon I've been seeing around XP share. We have to point or two onwards, no lollygagging. Where I played the games my whole life, but I'm a very big fan of XP share. Because it is something, mechanically, that's something you get in so many RPGs. I feel like there's more RPGs that have, like, party XP share than don't. Fetch it for me. There we go. Anyways, Automata, perfect creation. They have no hearts, no souls, and they could not die. Yeah, so my plans come to fruition, then she and I, oh, what a thought. As our components, I shall return to my workshop and begin repairing our robotic friend. Head back to the castle and put your feet up or whatever it is your generation do to relax. Shall let Thaddeus know how we go. Bid farewell. XP share needs tuning. Yeah, it already, like, has tuning, but it could be adjusted further even more. Because when you mod it into the prior games, it becomes apparent, like, this... If it's, like, introduced, like, Gen 6 or whatever... Oh, man, I forgot to turn the speed up. Gen 6 XP share or, like, introduced into any earlier games completely breaks them. So then they need tuned down, and they already are tuned down, but they need to be tuned further down.
Stand a chance.
What's this article about Monster Hunter? Large scale and expansion in the development. Okay, well, we get a state of play in a couple days, I believe, on the 12th. And there's already been some news of things. Tokon's got a Steam page now, and Tokon's gonna have 20 characters. Some blog post went up about Monster Hunter. But anyway. Oh shit. Back to Pokemon and XP share. I hope that guy was in frame. Look lively, you lot. Oh boy. Here says the game without delay. Yeah, that's unfortunate about 2XKO to hear that already. A damn shame. I should have figured I would have gotten that blessing. How about you let us save? I was gonna say, yeah. This is a ideal of a game that, like, might go too far with the hand holding. To the point where I'm worried about being too disengaged to be able to compare it to the older versions. There you are, come at the... Anyway, jolly to have you here. Then I remember hearing about the MMO. Yeah, I don't know. How long has the MMO been in development? Because 2XKO was like a decade of work. Just wasted. It is, once again, like a lack of, like, forward-thinking direction. Even now, there is still, like, no clear idea of what they even want to do with 2XKO, and the game is out. But the way every time the developers talk about balancing, it doesn't make sense what they're looking for.
Stand a chance.
Okay, my dynamic lighting's working. It makes no sense what they're actually looking for.
Oh, come on! Give it a rest, will you? Oh, how many of you are there?
Looks like there's only one thing for it. All right, listen up. You lot need to head over to Autonomous's place. Tell him and the captain to get over here ASAP.
Wait! We can't leave you by yourself, Kiefer. Won't that be really, really dangerous?
Don't worry, Ruff. I'm not gonna let these glorified dustbins get the better of me.
Damn.
Now get going!
I was gonna say, up until this point, Ruff doesn't get to talk as much, even though he can now talk.
Listen, I know I've got us into a few scrapes over the years, but you've always had my back, and I appreciate it. It's thanks to you that I've got the courage to stand and fight right now. So, I guess what I'm saying is...
Swoosh.
Don't worry about me. I've got this. And you've got work to do.
Does some interesting stuff to mix stuff up before all trades. Oh, there were two sentences I read back to back. I think there's at least one more island before all trades. Okay, that one I'm gonna do off stream. As like that's the idea with this format, is still getting to play some of the game off stream, but hit the larger, more significance and better islands to see will be the ones on stream. Oh, I was gonna mention, yeah, the length of this game is still like, the original PS1 version is just straight up twice as long, if not longer. 3DS is still technically around twice as long as this game. And it really is just how much they've like cut.
There we go. It will take a
Or
little
made
time
optional.
for the circuits to warm up, but I think I've cracked it. Eh? What are you lot doing here? Aren't you supposed to be at the castle?
We were. Then those metal things attacked. You've got to help us, Mr. Autonomous.
Could be
Curse
worse.
them.
Yeah.
They've made it to the castle. We cannot dawdle here a second longer. Come, Autonomous. Rouse your pink-hued protege, and let us go and give those rotters a sound thrashing.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but that won't be happening. This automaton will need to undergo a thoroughgoing testing regime before I allow her out of my sight. I mean, you don't seriously expect me to spend hours slaving away over a hot circuit board only to order its owner into harm's way, do you?
Please, Autonomous, you have to listen. Our friend is back at the castle fighting off those brutes as we speak. The only reason we could come here was because he volunteered to hold them off. But he can't do it forever. So you have to help us. Our friend is in danger. We don't want to lose him.
Yeah, have a little humanity, man.
But it will take a few minutes for her to be ready for action. Meanwhile, it sounds like that plucky friend of yours needs reinforcements. Join him, and we will be with you presently.
Thank you, Autonomous.
Oh boy. What do you think, Ellie? Okay. Yeah, glad I don't have to worry about playing a new Yakuza game anytime soon. That's a relief. One less game to worry about. Oh Jesus. $31 down to from 110. And 3 was like one of my favorite games, if not my favorite. Keep us in trouble. Oh. Oh. 3 is really fucking good.
I'm not sure how you did it, but you really got me out of a tight spot there.
Right. Listen up, you big idiot.
Baka.
Never, ever did anything like that again. Do you have any idea how worried we were?
Whoa! I'm sorry, all right? And I'll never do it again. I promise. So, could somebody tell me what just happened?
I had a good rummage around in the old girl's neural matrix and managed to remove all traces of belligerence with a touch of clever rewiring. This little lady won't be posing a threat to humans again anytime soon. Will you, my dear? There. What's more, in the course of my tinkering, I discovered that the automata are being controlled by means of audio waves. And having her transmit a signal at a frequency intended to block those waves was the work of mere moments.
In English, Einstein.
I have to hand it to you, Autonomous. You did a bang-up job. As did you, my young friends. You especially, Kiefer. You stood firm to the last. A signal achievement.
Thanks.
Now, I rather think we should strike at the automaton stronghold while the iron is hot, no? But what am I saying? You must all be dead on your feet after everything you've been through. We shall
Kiefer
convene
is.
at cockcrow to discuss our upcoming assault.
We kind of just walk past everything.
You and your friends have done this kingdom proud. You too, Autonomous. Now, get some rest.
I wonder what his name is in Japanese. Injured soldiers, exhausted after all they've been through. Oster and the rest of the party curl up in a room in the castle and fall asleep. Then morning comes. Also, Oster is a weird canon name. I saw the PS1 name at one point. I think I was gonna go with that.
Oh.
Morning, but Oster was the canon name used in 3DS. So sorry we don't have proper beds for you. We need them for the injured soldiers to see. Sagat, the captain is due to a tactical briefing. Ask you to make your way to the mess post haste. What a... I could see like the very real disappointment if like the party chat used to be something really nice compared to what it is now. Hang in there, Niles. Next ad break isn't for a bit, but during that ad break, I'll take care of Niles. Kiefer's name in Japanese is Kifa phonetically. Should take the hit. Crimson Kiefer. Hello, everyone.
Oh.
Let's begin. An exploratory assault in the castle. Fortunately, we were able to repel the invaders thanks to expertise, Autonomous, and the healthy dose of good old Faraday gumption. But if allowed to regroup, they will launch another attack. Of that we may be certain, which is why I propose the steal a march of our enemy and strike at the very seat of the power. Men, I intend you to advance on the automatron stronghold. With all of Autonomous and the new weapon, we will be able to render the enemy forces entirely helpless. This being the case, capturing the base of operation will be simple as merely walking through the door. Once inside, we'll seek or whatever sinister force commands them, eliminated, and our beloved kingdom will be safe once more. Bravo, that's the ticket. Now, young friends will join me in the assault on the enemy stronghold. The forces we must send will be lean and highly agile. Can't all go? No, we can handle it. It will be equally vital you must remain here and protect the castle from the number of disposal. With the numbers that are at disposal, our enemy would launch a counterattack at any moment. Joining a strike force? Yeah. Very good. You will form the advanced party and head directly enemy base. And march without delay. Get a secret weapon all clear, jolly good. Hereby adjourn this meeting. Men, do your work in defending the castle. The vital arcades don't disappoint me. Yeah, all the islands have different dialects. I'm not sure that was retained in PS1 because PS1 had the old style of localization where they didn't really... It didn't have any of the flavor to it that modern Dragon Quest does now. Damn it, he said something about Ellie. Ellie? I shall be with Autonomous. Report to me when you're ready off. So that's like something that I believe was missed in the original localization. Though I'm actually not sure. It's more of like, I mean, now it gets to be voice, so it gets even like better. It's like what Xenoblade 2 did the same thing actually. In Xenoblade 2, all the blades that you unlock through the gacha system in-game have different accents and dialects. While the main cast are usually British, Nia's Welsh, and then everyone else has different accents, including some American ones. Anyway, I'm gonna take care of Niall, so I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Niles was also pretty thirsty, so... Okay. You have to hear British accents. They're technically in 7, but you didn't have to hear them. Yeah, you only had to read them.
What the devil could the power source for such a magnificent machine be? Some form of perpetual motion engine, perhaps. If only I could unravel your wondrous mysteries, my dear. I might finally find what I've searched for all these years. The secret of eternal life. In any case, sweetling, you look positively radiant. Thaddeus, Ellie is ready for you.
So he really has christened her Ellie. He still hasn't put it behind him then.
Oh, Jesus.
It pains me to say it, but Ellie is long gone. Poor blighter.
Oof.
Autonomous, old fellow. If you're quite done tinkering, I'd say it's about time we were heading off. If you'll just hand over the automaton, we'll take it from here.
Mm-hmm. Hand it over.
Nonsense. If you think I'm letting my Ellie out of my sight, you're even more of an empty-headed fop-doodle than I thought.
Fop-doodle.
Well, if you insist. But I warn you, this will be no promenade. I shan't be able to guarantee your safety.
Oh, don't worry. I wouldn't want you to. We've all seen how that ends.
Jesus.
Please excuse that little exchange. Now, I trust you're ready for a bracing march. let us head out.
Yeah, all we did is walk in this building. Niles got a dinner and a drink. I was saying, yeah, the 3DS, you had to read the accents, but you didn't have to hear them. Yeah, this is the first version where you actually have to hear them.
Ah,
It did work. It was really cool that it worked out for heading there. You should make a Automata Stronghold me there. It worked out for Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3, where on NES, Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 did have the old-timey dialect to them. Like Old English dialects.
oh,
And then 3 was more modern. And then that got to work out. So it's like it's like the series has already done that kind of thing, but it's still really cool that it worked out like that, even in those versions.
Hey! Ah!
Been a while since we saved. And by that I mean like 10 minutes. But I'm gonna be backing up my saves no matter what, so it doesn't hurt.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, there's a coffin model. And that's funny because you never see your party members as coffins in this version. But there's the coffin right there. I wonder if it's programmed like that still though, like with the mod. Like, does the mod literally replace them with a coffin? Story be with the coffin. Okay, at least it's still there. That's cool. Really? The she slimes are that powerful.
That's how it's done.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering like what the developers of these games, same with Pokemon, consider the difficulty and challenge to the games. And I feel
Easy.
maybe it's more that it comes to your decision making, but then those also still have automated ways of playing them. Like, maybe the casualization of Monster Hunter is also a good idea of where, like, I'll just overwrite that same save file. Where games have, like, a pacing of, like, a slow anything built up to the highs of the action. Final Fantasy XIV and Final Fantasy XVI are probably the most brutal examples of really drawn out, dry, boring lows that roller coaster into absurdly high highs. But you gotta suffer before you get that reward. But I mean, that's also still not necessarily the same thing as difficulty. There's more down there that can't count. I'll still fight them. Let's go one at a time. Nah, I'd win. You can play post-game or Realm Reborn pre-patch, right? Yep. I know how infuriating is. The source of all our problems right in front of you, not a blast thing you can do. I figure we'd rather maybe done for, you know.
Ah,
Already kept you waiting, and let's Everything's looking right there. No, pull yourself together, man. Does it look like it's trying to brain me? That's what's all the slang that can be taken from this scenario. Cipher the dirt. Yep. Tin Men heads is spinning. Once they're out of commission, I'll need you to charge in a stronghold. Up and at him. Oh, right, yeah, we can just get him to move out of the way. And bolt in. Oh. What the hell? I couldn't attack him. Now this is such a nice, like, interior area.
That was easy.
There's no worrying in pacing for this game. There's no worrying about ever leaving dungeons because you level up as you go through them. Or when you do level up. The ad started, so I'm gonna stop here or take a break here. In talking at least. I won't go far, rather. Let's hold on to that thought as I hit enemies.
I'm going from strength to strength.
Oh. Anyway, I think all the enemies, even the ones that were in 11, are reanimated. So the variety in environments, this is what I would like to see in this game. And that's cool that they took advantage of, like, the scenario of this game to do so and introduce this variety. Bring it on. Okay, nice.
That was easy.
That could have been worse. I gotta remember that Rough can peep those. Which I do think it's interesting to reduce the skills you would otherwise use in the overworld to just buttons on the D-pad, which I used on accident to accidentally call this fight. Whoops. I'm a fan of no random encounters. I'm always a fan of no random encounters. I would always prefer overworld encounters. Especially if you're gonna introduce some advantage mechanics. Like this is just enough of that. Star Ocean 2 remake does that. Trails in the Sky is a solid example of that. We're out of MP, but I'm gonna trust that we're gonna level up at some point soon. And because we're gonna level up, we're gonna get all our HP and MP back. So it doesn't matter that we're out of MP. The dungeons are no longer MP management things to worry about. Except on the sea. Yeah, that's a shame. Could be worse, but... Can you turn that on for me? Thank you. Thanks, Budsky. Okay, that's not what I thought it would do. I thought if you were right in front of the chest,
That was easy.
he would peep it. Oh, those skills are completely separate now. I'll have to look, because I swore when it was introducing Ruff that it explained he had 2 overworld abilities.
That was easy.
Nice. Have to change in the settings. Let's see. Oh. Why is it like that? Oh, it's not even peep either. Well, really never mind. I thought it was peep. Hello, streetcar, welcome.
Hey!
What a shame with party chat. These extra save spots that weren't here. Yeah, it's just like... So do they consider it that, like, managing MP in the original game wasn't an interesting or engaging challenge? Is that wrong to think, though?
Easy peasy.
And just hit it again, why not? Let's get him. Holy shit, that's creepy. No boss music, so I don't think it's technically a boss. Oof.
That's how it's done.
Follow command of this master. No destruction. Speak of the Demon King. Rah, 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 rah. He looks very photogenic. That's not wrong. I'll have to find the save folder after my next save and then back up my saves. Which is what I gotta do with all the JRPGs I play, is try to play them on PC so I can back up all the saves manually and archive them. Well, I want to walk around and look, but at the same time, well, I guess there's no random encounters, so it really doesn't hurt. I was gonna say, I can see on this map that there are no treasures around, so I can just... Oh, there's pots. I can break stuff. I can break his properties. Nice. Okay. That shimmering on the floor is bothering me, but I don't think I touched any graphic settings. No, still 1440p. FX AA is the only one. Yeah, that's it. You don't look like a Demon King.
What in the... How did you worms get down here?
Worms. Tin
Can
Pot
you have
Dictator.
fought away through all those automata? I refuse to believe it! No, it's not possible. No miserable human force could accomplish such a feat. But a theory is nothing until it is put to the test. Let us see how you fare against a representative sample. Come, troops! Destroy them!
I was brought here by humans. I love their animations.
All in a day's work.
The party at this power level feels like Luffy wandering into, and the Straw Hats wandering into a new location and they don't know who they are.
Automaton slaves just disobey a direct order? I told them to destroy you! Gah! Well then, it seems I have no choice.
I had no
I
choice.
shall have to see if I can't pulverize you myself.
Yeah, here we go. Nom, 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 nom. I can do that with my model. Coral Grief is a really funny move. Maribel's being targeted. Okay. Oh, well, we got Ocean Devotion, so... so what does it matter? This... It's like a pet power, so it's whatever. But at the same time, this feels like I'm being helped by the mechanics of the friendship mechanics of the later Pokemon games. Like my Cinderace is enduring mortal attacks because of our friendship, and dodging them and getting rid of status ailments all on his own.
Take this!
Reps thing doesn't help very much. What does it do, actually? I don't think I've seen it yet. Oh no, not sap. Granted, he's got that monster attack, so he has very good AoE right out of the gate. Then again, everyone else gets all of their abilities so damn early. We have a lot of abilities and spells for only like level 15. And we had most of them early, so we had them at like level 13, level 12. Having all these abilities is kind of crazy.
No! They laughed at me. They called me the Tin Pot Dictator. I was so sure I would prove them wrong. But now look at me.
You're just a tin pot.
My master, the great evil. He entrusted me with an army of automata. Trusted that I would destroy humanity. It was such a beautiful plan. How could it end like this? But it is not over yet. One trump card remains. And if it destroys this entire island, then so be it. For I shall not be here. The task entrusted to me shall be carried out. All human life will be erased.
No fooling?
To me, ultimate mechanical menace, I give you the Slaughtomaton!
Is it just gonna crush him? I really hope it just like crushes him. Yeah!
Destroy. Destroy. Eliminate humankind.
Okay. I look at this and go, yeah, this is when Toriyama was at his peak. Apparently. We wasted a lot of MP in that last fight, actually. So that's a little concerning. So his pet power is like wild side, but severely nerfed. Which at least, I don't know which other games Wild Side is in besides Dragon Quest 1 and 2. I don't even think it was in 3. And if it was in the other ones, I didn't pay attention to it because it's so... Wild Side is extremely important to use in Dragon Quest 1 when you have only one party member. So that's why I paid more attention to it. It is a hard thing always to balance. Oh, but the moves can be different. If the moves can be different, that's also good, because in Wild Side you have to commit to using the same action twice. So that's something. It doesn't do enough damage for me to care about it targeting anyone.
Here we go.
Oh, cheers!
But then at the same time, rezzing a party member is harder than it used to be. Even not just outside of battle, where they make it harder, but in battle too. Man, I just don't think maybe they should have just let your party members stay dead outside of battle. I think if they just increased the recovery items, especially up to the point of getting Zing or Zin or whatever, it wouldn't be as, like, criticized as it actually is now. Making all that hullabaloo. Capital stuff indeed. Already our orders and letters, various force behind our mechanical woes have been well and truly obliterated. You have rid the green pleasant land of the plague of the threat and destroy, and doing so earned its undying gratitude. Return the castle forthwith and share the news. I need to rush back, get a little R&R, you've earned it. Haven't gotten a res spell yet. I was gonna ask. Yeah, nothing yet. Which is probably, I mean, it's managed to root out some of the tools to silly, but it doesn't seem like the automata are actually manufactured here. They were not manufactured here, for given their mechanical sophistication and the use of materials unfamiliar to us. Man, they were manufactured in this world. Yeah, I agree. Russian managed to defeat the advanced beings. We never thought we humans stood a chance against the sword of perfection. He's talking about them like that one dude talks about the mitochondria in Parasite Eve. I should make that I'm gonna make that a command right now. Hold on, I'm making a chat command. Hello, Jay, welcome. Commands, new command. Mitochondria. Let's see. How do I edit it? Let's see. Close enough. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Now that I've got that out of my system. Alright, next time I save, I gotta go find the save folder and back them up manually. We got all the chests, so yeah, we could just get out of here and skedaddle. Finally peak. I feel like I had some point about Dragon Quest before I got sidetracked on that. No, whatever. I'm starting to wonder where you go to. Your little adventure to get capital stuff, just marvelous. King's newest and youngest recruits, and the brothers. You brave heroes never once stopped straining your hearts, nerves, and sinews and fought. True, you've done our kingdom proud. On behalf of our subjects, thank you most sincerely. Doing my duty. Humph. It's beyond called duty as a reward. Even shall be yours. Bubbles or Googles. The amount of slang that could be picked up from this scenario alone. Bestow any reward to my dear brother, brave soldiers in my stead. I don't want anything from you people. In fact, I don't think I can stand another minute as tedious rigmarole. If you excuse me. Autonomous, wait. Oh, there we go. I'm getting confused between all the games I'm playing and which buttons enable auto-progress cutscenes and which ones don't. A poison moth knife. Take this opportunity, thank you. Excused. Okay, someone can use that. Cool. Have I picked up like any hearts or anything? There used to be monster vocations in the previous game, and that has been replaced by these hearts to my understanding. Strength and focus up to the max. The Golem Heart, maybe we'll use that later. The Golem Heart might be a good one to rely on later in the game, but not right now. You can take the regular accessories. Right, yeah, all the hearts are brand new to this version. Though I don't know the full extent of it. Okay, we're heading back to the future. Okay. Well, as we learned from the last scenario, I should do the future version, or the present stuff too, so... Oh, I forgot to speed up. So we'll go to the present and do the present stuff too, if that's what it wants us to do.
How's about that?
Well, otherwise, yeah, pacing-wise, this is really working out so far, you know. Where if I'm only coming back to this game when I get to these specific scenarios that are going to be more engaging, and then I still get to enjoy the game plenty on my own and do research as I go.
All in a day's work.
So far, it's working out. Oh, did we pick up a fragment? I guess we did. The fragments didn't auto-place themselves either. You had to completely, like, place them and rotate them in. Somebody didn't do that, honestly. Yeah, it used to. I was gonna say, if you wanted an RPG that's not as, like, enduring in length, Chrono Trigger would be a good one. Chrono Trigger is honestly a pretty ideal length JRPG. Like 2 years ago, yeah. Yeah, so we'll start simple. Though I am gonna need to... I'll look around and see what plot things we can pick up. But otherwise, yeah, okay, more automatons. Automatons. This guy's drunk. Okay. Alright, well, everyone here seems fine. Oh, now it appeared. Yeah, I might as well just go right up to the king. Let's see who's king now. Some total wisdom in the realm. How many of you will it take before we have progress? It's dash disgrace. How am I meant to look at His Majesty's eye? Must be agitated. Oh man, why the gout flaring up? Would we? Don't say that. I fear it is I who is at fault. I apologize. I have been altogether too immoderate in my demands. Master, you owe them apologies. The gaggle of ignoramuses, the so-called scholars, are the ones to blame here. Oh my god, they all look like him. No, I expected too much. After our success with the aspirator, I assumed that things would progress at a heady pace. That was foolish of me. Oh boy.
Ah, so we have visitors in our midst. I welcome you to my humble domain. You come to us at an exciting time. My subjects are currently striving to place our realm at the forefront of technological progress. You may return to the rulers of your land and tell them this. If they wish to march with us into the brave new future, we will gladly welcome them on our journey to a paradise of convenience and ease. Which reminds me, you gentlemen may return to your research.
It's all identical.
Your Majesty, it's...
At ease, man.
Now, my good man, take a few deep breaths and compose yourself.
Yes, Your Majesty. Thank you, Your Majesty. I bring important news. We've finally found one, Your Majesty. A mechanical man from ancient times.
Can this really be true?
Yes, Your Majesty. There's no mistake, I assure you. We found it in the far west of the kingdom, Your Majesty.
Oh! So, you ignored the received wisdom of centuries and ventured into no man's land, did you? Well, now we know what it has been hiding all these years. Things are getting interesting. Muster the troops. We depart immediately.
We.
You, man, you will guide me personally to the place of which you speak.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Ever so sorry for the interruption. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must prepare to depart. Exciting developments are afoot. You are most welcome to stay and enjoy all that the castle has to offer. Farewell for now. I will join the men and depart immediately. I leave matters here in your capable hands, Minister.
Yes, Your Majesty. Of course, Your Majesty. Do take care as you go.
I feel like the effect on my character... Well, while this ad break is going on, I'm gonna look over this. Pull up my character. The lighting does very clearly change. It just feels like it's not enough. I'll try turning it up for a little bit and look at it later. And then just decide after the stream whether I like it, the light to be that noticeable or not. I just don't want the dynamic light on my character to be distracting. But it should still be noticeable. Make preparations to go west at once. Hold on just a sec. Now hang on there just a minute. Cannot go there, you mustn't. Come now, Ambrose. What the dickens has gotten into you? Finally found an automated soldier we've been seeking for so long, our dreams have come to reality. Last all I can say is that you must call off your expedition immediately. You're completely off your chump, Ambrose. I'll bring you a nice souvenir, I promise. Come on, you lot. None of your concern. Who else to ask? Okay, far to the west, the castle has been designated as a no man's land for centuries. No one is permitted to enter under any circumstances whatsoever, no matter what reason they may have. It's my duty to see that the ban on entry is upheld. Oh boy. Of an old lump to catch up with them. You couldn't chase the king and stop him, could you? It sounded blue, but doing an old man service. Okay. Where was, what's his face's place? I thought it was over to the west as well, but I guess not. That's right, present, future, present, the present doesn't have any, combat. So I'm free to just walk around and explore. Oh, this was a stronghold, okay. So we'll be back here. And I don't even think we went over this way. Did we? Full of piety. If we did, I don't recall it. Yeah, okay. So I'll worry about this later. Zoom on over. Swoosh right in.
Hey!
Yeah, this is right, this is right. What's up, Ellie? Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus.
No response from master received. No movement detected. Soup temperature critically low. Commencing reheating procedure.
Oh, Ellie. It's just a skeleton.
Okay.
Must administer hot soup. Soup will ensure revival. Oh. I don't know about that one, champ.
Okay.
Oof. Over here, not aware of strictly forbidden enter this place, so we can't very well help the odd traveler wanders in by mistake, I suppose. Shan't make a fuss of this once, and besides, I wouldn't be surprised if old Ambrose put you up to it anyway. Shouldn't listen to him, you know. Now be good to stand aside. Ambrose, you're supposed to be inconvenienced by obstructing the crown now, would we? A flappable royal rag. Hello, Jesus, welcome. So it's true, an actual mechanical man as I live and breathe that appears fully operational. I can scarcely believe it. Marvelous, just marvelous. This perfectly preserved specimen will be an incalculable boon under our research. Garth, escort the clockwork friend back to the castle without delay. Under no circumstances are you to manhandle it. Are you clear? This is a national treasure of the First Order. Yes, Your Majesty. Be a dear, no need to be frightened. Come along. Take it somewhere nice. Master Motionless must administer soup. Soup will ensure revival. Soup, you say? Well, if it's soup, yeah, after we've buckets of it up at the castle. Come along, follow me. Fresh soup required. Possible source identified. Investigating. I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one, Chief. Engineer, the mechanical genius himself. I hope you will not object us to building on your achievements. Truly, we will be standing in the shoulders of a giant. Man. Light has finally shed mystery on all those blanket centuries. You were present, epochal moment of our history. It's for no man's task to fire up the enigmas of brilliance. Fuck, I forgot what the word was. Brighter future, mankind glimmers on the horizon. We set our sights on reaching it. Man. I'm gonna take Ellie apart. I don't think we ever looked into this building. Oh shit. Oh geez, it had all this and we did not look into it in the past. I might have to go back. There might be a, well, the fragments I don't think are in like loot. I think they're just like freestanding. But I guess that doesn't rule out the possibility of there just being one sitting here in the past. I can worry about that later. Off stream, Austin will handle that one. Oh boy.
Indeed.
Let's begin, shall we? Let's get started. Here's what enables the contraption to stand on its own 2 feet.
Yes.
So detaching it in C, in the interest of science, of course, certainly, I don't see why not. And it's dead. Good job. Ask you to call a halt to this barbarity immediately. We must allow Ellie to return home.
Really?
Ellie, eh? The contraption has a name, does she, Ambrose? Very, very interesting. I had the feeling for a while now that you know rather more than you're letting on. It was the only thing I could think of that would explain why you were quite so agitated with our little expedition. I'm so sorry, but you leave me a little choice. Call the guards. You mean, sure, at once.
Right.
Guards. Yeah, take it to the dungeon, I guess. Escort Ambrose to the dungeon, will you? Are you questioning the orders of the king, man? You heard me. Throw him in the dungeon this instant. Much as it pains me to do it, Ambrose, I'm afraid it must be done. You will languish a while at my pleasure. You must learn the secrets of the mechanical man as quickly as we are able to, and without interruption. As to what manner of vital information you have been holding back, I will discuss that with you later. Now take him away. Yes, your majesty. I'm so sorry, Ambrose, old man, but if you wouldn't mind coming with us. Not at all, you're only doing your duty, shall we? Oh boy. Guards, one moment. There won't be any need to lock him in. Let's not make this any uglier than it has to be. Yes, your majesty. Oh boy. Rather you hadn't witnessed that little scene just now. Ambrose had been hiding something from me, and it will not do. In any case, our important is that we have the future in our very hands. The sun has risen on a new era of the kingdom, history of the kingdom, nay, our world. The construction of fully automated humanoid helpers will bring joy to all and ensure a future of comfort and ease. She looks sad. Just see it look feat of engineering. Very fine, real boon of science. How? Well, if I know, let's go and ask him. Yeah. Many a question as to why he knows their name. Oh, how do we get down there? Actually, I didn't even look around here in the future. Why was it accessory in there the whole time? Was it a good one? 20 defense. Eh. I guess I'll look through these later. Okay, go down here. I have played these games before. Not even lock it. Oh yeah, we don't get a key for a while too, so that works out. To my understanding. Oh, but the weird thing is that, so it has the modern Dragon Quest key system, but it doesn't differentiate the chests based on their color or anything. That's kind of annoying. That's more like you gotta backtrack or know which ones were the ones you couldn't open. Oh. Awfully sorry, I should have dragged you all into this. Now that you're involved, I'm afraid you're my only hope. Could I possibly trouble you for one last favor? Thanks ever so much, I appreciate it, I really do. The truth is that Ellie up there was created by an ancestor of mine, a fellow by the name Autonomous. The poor girl hasn't been able to get her head around the fact that he's passed away and has been doing her best to continue to look after him in the centuries since his demise. Jesus Christ, full circle, huh? When I first saw her, as it understood what was going on, I made solemn vow never to let her routine be disturbed. Which is why you have to help me. We must get dear old Ellie back home where she belongs. Of course, she won't be going anywhere unless we get her back on her feet, and without the vital component, those meddling nincompoops removed, that's not gonna happen. That's why I call your assistance. Okay.
Well.
Splendid. Now I have to set of automatron blueprint stashed back in the Frobisher, together with a spare part called a globular pistotron. Ah, yes, everybody knows the globular pistotron. The person who's seen hiding him as my granddaughter, you find her in the house southeast of town. She is but a child, yet her knowledge of mechanical far outstrips most of the fully grown dobblers and tinkerers you'll find in the kingdom. Should be able to offer us this. Quite enough dilly-dallying. Yeah, I don't know if I found like a concrete answer as to why they did that, other than it's a different developer than the usual Dragon Quest games. But I mean, that's a whole mess in itself. I talked about it last stream. Every Dragon Quest games have always practically been outsourced. Every single one. There's never like a consistent developer. The more recent times is the most consistent it's ever been. So coloring the chests isn't something that Hexadrive has done because this is like one of their only ones they've worked on. And the developers of this the developers of this game are the ones that are co-developing Dragon Quest XII. So the new game is probably going to have a lot in common with this one in particular. So it's hopeful that maybe they do that for the next one. But anyway, yeah, it's like the developers for 1 through 3 HD 2D didn't tell them, I guess? I don't know. Feels like a weird omission, because I can't recall either if, like...
Hey.
I can't recall if... what is it? 1 through 3 HD 2D, or the originals, like did 3 on SNES, the SNES ones, the Super Famicom ones rather. I can't recall if the Super Famicom ones had the colored chests or colored doors. I'm pretty sure it's 3 that had it because 3 has like gags that utilize the keys. What's that? You want to know where Ellie's spare part is hidden in the blueprints too? Yeah, that's literally your first objective. Is 3 is go get the thief key. So it was like way before 7 they established like the differences, but I don't remember if they'd had the color differences in original 3. I'm blanking on that. Careful you're digging. Ages since the stuff was buried, and that's what state it'll be in. Okay. Retro's HD 2D mode. Right. I mean, by the time of the mobile versions, they did have the colored chests, I'm pretty sure. But then there was still like a big gap of time between the PS1. DQ7 came out on PS1. And even then, the other version was on 3DS. And 3DS between then is... Oh man, I hate time. Run that by me again. Beneath the barrel under the near the water wave. I was yapping, so I didn't pay attention to her. I believe I'm going to want to go up here. Down here, maybe? Because I think there's steps here. Yes. I really should save. So let me find the local save folder. Let's see. Where will it be this time? Is it in My Games? It is in My Games. Yep, there's all my save files. Thank God that was a simple one. In this beginning, start start to Faraday.
Ah.
Okay. Down here. Blueprints and spare part. Okay.
Ah,
Hold on. And back to the castle without me. Truth is, I know all about Ellie and how she was built by my ancestor. Can't just stand the thought of her crippled and cooped up in the castle, no matter how important our kingdom deems the atomical era. Isn't just any old automatron, there's something more special about her. If you let me join you, you can count on me to decipher those blueprints. Yeah, come along. What the dog doing? Name is Bobby. Open the castle lab. Come on, let's make hurry. I'll go investigate the dog. We'll call in all our men on the quest.
ah,
Pet. Okay. Mission accomplished, boys. Let's go home. Hey, is Kenny still alive? I was thinking about it at the end of last stream. I need to learn how to raid people.
Oh.
Oh, perfect timing. But I was just thinking if I didn't eat sooner, I'd keel over and expire. I hate to ask, but I'll live for while I go and eat something. Toodaloo.
oh,
Let's fix up Ellie. Gizmo, Power and Sprocket. My dyslexia read slobs the globular pistotron in. Soup temperature critically low. Most locate master searching. What are my ancestors?
Unexpected.
Yes, must return to bed is critically ill. What's going on? I think I only think you might Mr. Autonomous, I think. Must consume soup. Settle down, Ellie. Take a closer look. That isn't autonomous, see?
Really?
I think you're doing these rooms strictly off limits. Again, it working for you, buddy. The frog march them to the cells this instant. Ellie must return home, must make fresh soup. Caption just say? Hot soup essential, must revive master. Anonymous just now, I heard you. You're talking about the fellow who once dwelt in that shack. Must return to master. Critically ill, must consume soup. Extraordinary development.
Right.
Guards who will accompany this automatron and ensure. Oh, Jesus, dude. Please be sure to release Ambrose from his cell and take him with you. What we have witnessed here is nothing short of miraculous. The spark of something I hitherto thought of a uniquely human in the breast of an agglomeration of inorganic metal. Traumatron must observe Ellie in her own habitat. She must teach us how to look lively. Jesus Christ, that's going to be depressing.
Master confirmed. Asleep. Must administer hot soup. Soup will ensure revival
Just look at this display of selfless devotion. It is quite clear to me that Ellie possesses a heart and a soul.
Oh no. King Faraday.
Absolutely extraordinary.
He fell for it.
This is it. This is the automaton I have long dreamed of creating.
Bro asked ChatGPT if it's real, and it replied yes. And he said
Forgive me,
yes.
Your Majesty, but I must protest. You have seen Ellie's plight for yourself. There is nothing perfect about it.
Yes. Ellie, you must listen to me. Your master died a long time ago. There is no need for you to make soup anymore. Do you understand that?
Hot soup required. Soup will ensure revival. Must restore master to health. Take once again. Be together.
It is true. She has no understanding of death. Ellie shows love and devotion to someone who is gone and will never come back. What good does that do her? Or anyone else? My dream has always been to create mechanoids that resemble man in every way. I wanted them to have a human heart and soul, but also the gift of eternal life. But now, I have begun to doubt the wisdom of the entire enterprise. Would such an invention really guarantee a bright future for this kingdom? The truth is, I don't know. I have no idea anymore. Listen up, men. Ellie is not to be disturbed under any circumstances. Is that clear? No one will be allowed to enter this area on pain of death.
Yes, Your Majesty.
It looks like this is it, Ellie. It's all for the best, I think. Goodbye.
Yeah, have fun, Ellie. Man.
Oh?
You've done a rip-roaring job, everything has worked out perfectly, and Ellie is back to where she belongs. I think King Faraday would have ever seen the light without your able assistance. Well, that's true too. We'll never forget what you've done for us.
Well.
Something I'll hopefully accept as a token of my gratitude. Oh, nice, we need that. Ba-da-ba-dum. Store in the workshop, according to notes you left. Very precious object indeed. There's something you to do with it, best thing to understand, but confident that you will. Thanks for everything. Make sure you come back and visit. I was gonna say, in the original game, you not just picked up the barrels, but you could carry them places and throw them. Like in Zelda, you picked them up and threw them like in Zelda. In 3DS, you just punch them. You just punch them and they break. So it's cool that they brought back picking them up and throwing them down to break them. Though the punching in 3DS was also really funny. Well then, I guess we're done here. You're doing 9. I think 7 3DS is based on the engine of a different one, right? Is it 9's engine? There's an ad there, but let's snooze that because we're about to end the stream, I guess. Yeah, we're probably gonna end the stream here. I'm just gonna go slot this in since that's what we're back to doing, yeah. Yeah. And place these. Oh, I need to go find like 2, 3 more at least. All right, so yeah, that's it for streaming this one. This arc. The Faraday arc. Let me see, what did I write down for next time? All Trades Abbey. So when I get to All Trades Abbey scenario, I'm going to stop touching the game and we'll just stream it from there. I've also got Dragon Quest II's endgame, Dragon Quest II's final dungeon to do, and then there's Trails in the Sky, which I'm at a point I want to stream that too. We've also got the Monster Hunter Stories 3 demo to take a look at more, finish that up, and then Xenoblade Chronicles X. I should get back into, but that one's not ready to go yet. Man, Trails in the Sky, true. All right, so thanks everyone for tuning in. Let's see, is Kenny still live? Yeah, he is. He's on a BRB, but he'll come back to his chat, so yeah, no problem. We'll be back later in the week, probably Wednesday, if not sooner. To the next thing we're gonna do will be Dragon Quest, or sorry, will be what is it? Monster Hunter Stories, because we left off in the middle of something there that I want to get back to. Just let me figure out how this rating thing works. Let's see. Through the mod program I'm using right now. Kenny's name didn't pop up. Oh, great. Damn it. Well, now I gotta do this the other way. Man, how do people do this? Chad, how do you rate someone? Oh, I didn't follow. What if I restart this? Hi, streetcar. Getting out of here soon. Bear with me for a second. Damn, I've been sitting here for 5 minutes waiting, trying to fucking figure this out. He's not showing up on the raid thing. Under follow channels. Hold on. Well, I'm gonna send people over manually, I guess. Anyway, let's do that. So everyone head on over to Kenny's stream, wish him a happy birthday. I'm gonna put that there. That's what we're gonna do. Be prepared for this in the future. But yeah, everyone head on over to Kenny's stream, wish him a happy birthday. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back for more soon, and until next time, go to it's not this channel. Thank you for watching.